Hello everybody and welcome to this replay. This is Chronic Lack of Care, bringing you a game between Lucifer and someone else. Apparently the name is Captain. I don't know who that is. Just took a game from replays.net or replays.org or something of a kind. Not a ladder matchup, as you can see. There are observers in the game. Haven't seen one of Lucifer's games in a while, so I just figured I wanted to cast it, and quite frankly I wanted to see it for myself. Every time I cast it, I actually watch it for myself as well, so it makes me wonder why on earth do I go to other channels and then watch more replays as well. I suppose that's how much I like the game. I can cast it and go to another channel and then watch the games there as well, especially with each channel or something like that. But anyway, let's just focus on the game or something, or just see how it goes, what happens, where stuff goes, because Lucifer is actually quite famous for doing all sorts of shenanigans, from going Dreadlord first to Lich first and doing a tower rush, or just all sorts of stupid things like that, but they tend to actually work for him. I do not know how or why, it just happens to be so. Unfortunately in this game, I don't see it. It's just a DK, so standard thing. And what do we got for our captain here? He has an Archmage on the way. This is not going to be a fast militia creep. This is going to be footman with militia. Still relatively fast though, since you can clean this orange creep camp out relatively fast in the game and gain that level 2 advantage. Plus you get a pretty good item and you get your shredder. Well, maybe. I don't know. If you decide to buy it, then you get it. This acolyte going very early on. He's going around, I guess he just wants to harass or do something like that. I imagine this Death Knight is just going to go straight in this direction. And that's pretty much going to be a 100% discovery. Either the Acolyte will see where he is, or the DH will see where he is. Which is not a bad thing to do at all. Nerubian Tower coming in. Yeah, this is usually good versus the Orc, but I suppose it can serve a purpose versus a human as well. Sees that footman, does not want to engage. Strangely, he makes a run by, and he seems to be intent on going straight to Captain's base and doing something there. I can't imagine what. I mean, maybe you can death coil somebody to death or something like that, but that would take a lot of death coils. Oh no, he was hoping he would catch a militia creeping here, but now he knows that he's not doing that. I do not know. What is Captain doing? Why is he spinning around like this? This is a pointless waste of time, to be honest. But now that Captain is wasting time, I mean, Lucifer doesn't have much else to do. He has to waste his time as well. As you can see, DK doesn't really have anything to harass or do anything of a kind. So that is quite a problem for him now. And my microphone's cables and stuff like that, it's falling down now completely. So I have to wrestle with it whilst I commentate. Because I still didn't fix a chair in my... Still didn't fix my chair. It's been an eternity of time. I suppose I just like using the couch. Death Knight being chased around, these footmen tailing him. It's not going to take much damage here. I mean, if any, just a couple of shots. Lucifer doesn't really give a shit about it. The Acolyte going about, he wants to see if there's an expansion in progress or something like that, but sees nothing of a kind. The Captain is opting not to go for an expansion. He's going straight away for tech, but he's not creeping, which is so surprising for a human. I mean, it's so weird and odd, and it just doesn't feel right and out of place. But let's see, he might surprise us yet. He might do something to impress us all. I mean, the fact that he's doing nothing is just making it worse for Lucifer, actually, because Lucifer is kind of used to coming in here, doing some harassment, killing a militia or two or something of a kind. But look, he has no XP because he couldn't do anything since he didn't creep or do anything of a kind. He is creeping now, but he's about to get creepjacked. Stopping the DPS on that creep, doesn't want the Death Coil to steal it, just switching over to a Fiend. Managing to drive Lucifer back, but the moment he turns around, oh nice, splitting the army apart. This is a very nice move on his part. But I wonder, will he actually lose this footman as a result of this split? No, the footman seems to be relatively safe. He's going back to the base. Archmage just running about. distracting that DK and distracting this whole army. Just wants to give his army time to creep this out, and it was successful. Archmage now still level 1 actually. I was kind of hoping that he would reach level 2, but nah, it was a green camp. There's no way. Do we double arcane sanctums? Okay, I imagine it's gonna be spellbreakers eventually. I wonder what these militia are for. Help out creeping. What on earth are you gonna creep now with militia? No, militia just got disbanded. One being summoned to clean that skeleton up. The upper corner being cleaned up by the undead army, by Lucifer, and this is actually a creep steal because this belongs to Captain. It's on his side of the map. One could actually view it in such a way, even though Lucifer actually has a straight path to it, while Captain needs to go a bit around. However, it just depends how you look at it, I suppose. Farms being placed in far forward positions for scouting purposes, I imagine, some sort of early warning system. And finally we got creeping coming in from Captain, but how much will he be able to do? I mean, his level 2 Lucifer is going to catch up to him. Lucifer is actually going to intercept him in terms of levels really fast, because he's going to be able to creep so much more with this force. I mean, he's free to clean this up, this, where he can pretty much go to any orange camp now and clean it up, no problems. He has a sufficiently large enough force, let's put it that way. Again, an incorrect statement, but what can I really do about it? Nothing. Except make a fool of myself, but oh well. That's what I do in life in general, so I don't really mind. Lich coming in as a second hero, and I do believe I saw Mountain King. Yes, we do have Mountain King tailing this Archmage. They finally are catching up to this Acolyte, who has been an invaluable source of information. I mean, he's just been going around the map, round and around the map, just confirming that there are no expansions anywhere in the map. But, you know, this might be a bit suspicious because he has seen quite a bit of militia here, and I cannot imagine that he will expand now at this point of time. There's no way. He does have the resources to do so, and since Double Arcane Sanctum is in place, I don't think that Lucifer can do much at this point of time to stop it from coming in, from being built. But I've never seen an expansion come at... I mean, this is a very strange timing for the expansion. That is what I wanted to say. Just a bit stunned by it. It doesn't really matter. Lucifer just sticking to his normal strategy, building up those fiends, stop the production on fiends, statues coming in. I imagine we'll see Destros pretty damn soon, but why would you build sorceresses? Well, I mean, maybe 2 just for now, but when those Destros come, they're going to become not only useless, but they're just going to keep feeding Lucifer's destroyers with mana, and that's going to be a pretty big problem. Lich half down, half health, being... He's now practically on full. I suppose that was a bot or death call, something like that. But that's not the problem. This DK is the problem. Wow. Holy shit. Mountain King goes down. And as he goes down, he throws a Stormbolt, but Lucifer presses the TP button. Imagine he has it hotkeyed and just goes back. This was a fantastic move on the part of Lucifer. He got away. I mean, even if he would have eaten that Stormbolt, I don't think that he would have died. He would have still had time to TP, but he would have had to TP anyway. So I suppose he saved a bit of health this way. Anyway, cleaning up this, I wonder if he's gonna hire any mercs. Yep, he will. Just force Troll Berserker to add a bit more DPS to this army. These Spellbreakers taking a bit of a wrong path, but there's nothing to slow them down, so they join the army without any problems whatsoever. They didn't pretty much take any damage. 4 fiends here, 1 ghoul. I wonder what the purpose of this 1 ghoul is. Just gonna be free XP pretty much. Troll Berserker. Oh, he's on 6 HP and he is a survivor. He's getting killed back up, but no. Gets shot. Pretty much all these units are ranged. Apart from the DK and the skeletons that get summoned. All of this is pretty much range, so no, kind of difficult to escape that, especially when you have Frost Nova coming in for the Lich. In spite of everything that has happened, in spite of all the Lucifer scouting efforts, harassment attempts. This expansion went up, but it has 0 towers. And when those destroyers come, I just feel that this is gonna go down. I can't say anything for sure, but just a feeling, I suppose. Blacksmith in place. Riflemen? No riflemen, just spellbreakers. And a good mass of them as well. I mean, what? He has like 5 spellbreakers in this round, that's quite a bit. And as I said, Lucifer is coming in, but he's coming in really early on. I don't think that this is the wisest of moves. Wow, a thinker here. He is managing to score peasant kills, peasant kills. And Archmage just waiting for this army to finish creeping, but I'm afraid by the time he's finished, it will be too late. This expansion will go down, and I kind of feel that it didn't really pay off. I mean, you did pay off the initial worth of the town hall, but the time and the effort invested, all that, I don't think it was actually worth it. Peasants coming in militia form, and this militia form needs to run out so they can start repairing. I do not understand why has Lucifer opted not to actually continue focusing this. Thinker just went down. These spellbreakers doing massive amounts of damage along with these sorcerers that are slowing everything down, but now we have the destroyers, and these sorcerers have just become useless. You're probably better off killing them yourself or saving them for invisibility, one or the other, because you cannot afford to keep them in this army and to have that slow on auto cast. That would be pretty bad. You would just give mana on end. You can see that these peasants are not actually repairing this. They have the resources necessary to do so, but I suppose it needs a bit more APM, a bit more focus. Water elementals just getting devoured. I'm so surprised that this slow is not being eaten. I do not understand Lucifer's gameplay. Why? You can see some of these destroyers are out of mana. Oh fuck! I missed the MK kill. But there are only 3 of them. They have no mana, and these spellbreakers are eating these heroes up alive. They're running out of mana so damn fast, and now we have a first rifle, but one rifle is not gonna do that much to change the course of this game. He needs like 3 at least to do significant damage to these destroyers, and not only to do damage to these destroyers, but also to survive, because one of them you gotta count that one of them will at least one of them will get killed. We have these spellbreakers, they're chasing this army away. Not much that Lucifer can do against them. But the destroyers, man, they're targeting this town hall. He should really start repairing it. I do not understand why the delayed repair to that extent. Finally, he puts 4 peasants on repair duty. They start rebuilding it. And he has mined quite a bit of gold from this place. Let's just see, 12.5k. And in here we got 10.6.
A player's force is
well, okay, 2k, not bad at all. Actually, that's 500. Yeah, that's actually 2k if I'm not mistaken. If I am, oh well, fuck it. Yeah, so 2k gold mined out of there. Yeah, it's worth it now. Definitely worth it. But take into consideration that he had to repair it, that he lost a lot of peasants, which gave a lot of XP to these heroes. You can see that Lich is almost level 4. This Thinker a bit of a weird choice. I think for a 3rd hero, perhaps a Dark Ranger would have been better for Silence, but as I said in the beginning of the game, Lucifer quite well known for his hero choices and his gameplay as well. The red creep camps are being left at the same time. I suppose Captain is doing it a bit faster. This Bloodlust Steel, this is so awesome. The Archmage, look at this thing, look at how big he becomes. What was the item? That is what I would like to know. Claws of attack +9. Okay, not a bad item, not a bad item at all. On that Archmage, I mean, he has +15 on attack. And actually it was Pendant of Mana. Sorry for not saying that. I imagine he's going to make a pass to the MK with that Pendant of Mana. It would be way better on him anyway. For extra Stormbolts, these destroyers are dangerously low on HP, and this DK is not that good on mana either. I mean, these are like two death coils and a 3rd one with the help of mana regen. but that's about it. You're gonna run dry afterwards. There we go. 4 rifles versus how many? Versus 3 destroyers. Yep, this is gonna work quite well, I imagine. But we have 3 abominations on the way. Wow. These spellbreakers are gonna need to do a lot of blocking. Because if those abominations get their hands on these rifles, they're gonna tear them apart, no problems. And I do feel that he needs more than 2 priests. Boots of Quartalos plus 6, probably he's just gonna sell them. Yep, that's exactly what he did. Stacking up on items. Whoa, 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 what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Almost, man. Almost. He almost TP'd with half of his army, and that would have been detrimental. Takes this expansion down finally. Has traded the TP for it, but no units lost. It's very important. No XP given. MK level 4, Archmage en route to level 5. I don't know, maybe a retrain to Blizzard, but he's fighting versus undead, so perhaps not the best of choices, although the Dark Ranger is not present, so there's nothing in this army that can actually interrupt this cast aside from the rockets. And I'm pretty sure that Lucifer didn't take rockets. We'll see a bit later what he actually did. However, rockets are very, very, very rarely taken, and he could cast Blizzard pretty much on end. Also retrain Mountain King to Thunderclap, simply because you have a lot of these abominations. So Thunderclap in combination with Blizzard would do like ton-loads of damage to this abomination army, especially if they find themselves in a bad choke point or something like that. Going to the bottom creep camp, I wonder if we're going to have any sneaky expansions. It looks like it, because the Zeppelin is on the way, and that usually means that the corner expansions will be crapped out once that happens. And if you have a Zeppelin, why just not put 5 peasants there and try to expand? They're difficult to reach. Especially if you have towers there, I mean, if you get forced into TPing there, that can be pretty bad, because you can't fit everybody into a Zeppelin on the way back. That can be a problem. Let's see how this fight goes. I mean, all these abominations. Where is the silence coming from? Who is silencing this mountain? Holy shit, they actually have a staff of silence. You didn't see that was the drop. That's like a fantastic drop. I mean, you could not ask for a better item than that. No way. Massive fight going on here. It looks like Lucifer is taking the fight. Thus far, it's going in his favor. All these abominations, they're doing their job quite well. They're tearing everything apart. There are no upgrades on them. Spellbreakers, same situation. What is the status of mana? Yeah, they're pretty good actually, considering the stage of the fight. Death Knight is very low. Death Knight does not have enough for another Death Coil. Lich being given the TP and is going to leave this. Doing damage here, pretty bad damage, and then just getting out of there. No problems. Mountain King en route to level 5, which is going to be pretty dangerous for that Death Knight, when it gets bolted, he's going to need a healing potion, the potion of invulnerability, and with that alone, can he actually engage? Without it, it's doubtful that he's going to be able to survive the fight. And look at this, Lucifer managing to put a very sneaky expansion in the far back. I don't think that this is going to get scouted anytime soon. Yep, Captain has no idea that this is here. So that if he doesn't discover this at a certain point of time, that he's basically fighting against the clock. If he doesn't discover it soon, I mean, he's gonna start paying a price. And as a human, if you're fighting an undead with actually he rebuilt this expansion, so it's not gonna be that bad, but still, I mean, you do not want to be on par with bases. If you're playing versus the undead with any race. Oh, maybe working. 12 of experience being given to the Thinker. I wonder why. Because both of these heroes are level 5, they should have probably been moved away. So 5/5/4, very nice. I mean, this is very nice. This Thinker, when he has that level 3 Pocket Factory, that's gonna start. Holy shit, this was actually very important, because this Zeppelin is now not going to get to scout this, and that's gonna be pretty painful. He should send destroyers after him. Yep, that is exactly what he's doing. Will the Zeppelin turn? Come on, man, see something. Okay, let's just look at the captain's
Our
view.
gold mine is running
Yep,
low.
he knows. He knows that there is something up here, and that something is most likely an expansion. And at this point of time, Captain is like, oh shit. He has an expansion down there. Two things that he can do. He can either go and try to do something about it, like just force a cancellation, not a cancellation, but just hit and run, or he can try to expand himself one more time and then just prolong in the game. We'll see what his choices will be, but it is likely that there will be an engagement far before any of those two options are decided or implemented. You can see that the pocket factory is here. Now this expansion is going to be pressured once again. This is going to be a pretty big problem. No, actually, but why not? I mean, come on, there are no towers of whatsoever here. He could literally just focus it down. Maybe not the whole way, but he could do significant damage to it and then just leave. Instead, he just pops a pocket factory and let it do its job. Since there are no towers, that expansion is open. That can be very problematic. This, well, I suppose it has served its purpose. It has warned him that the undead army is here, in front of his base. It has given him extra 2 seconds. Mountain King now level 5, and even though Death Knight is level 5, let's see what he has on him. Does he have an inform pot? Yes, he does have an inform pot. He does have a TP. All that he's now missing is a healing potion, and that would be that would make him extremely endurable. But moreover, he has that Staff of Silence. This expansion goes down, gets sniped. Pocket Factory weakened it for quite a bit, and just came the abominations of the rest of the army. Thunderclap doing a shitload of damage. Look at this DK's health. I mean, this is looking pretty bad, and the fight has pretty much just begun. Mountain King is not doing much better, and he, unlike Death Knight, does not have an invuln pod. Yeah, at this point of time, Captain just deciding to be stingy, I suppose. Even though that Mountain King is en route to level 6, that's not going to make a significant difference in this game. I don't think it will anyway. Lucifer is expanding for the second time, and he's going to run out of gold like any moment now. And from this point on, this is a downhill for Captain. I'm so sad to see that, since he played such a good game. I mean, perhaps in the beginning it seemed really stupid, but he really threw Lucifer off guard. Completely. Mountain King still doesn't have any healing potions or invuln pots or anything of the kind. He needs to throw those clone balls towards that Death Knight, not towards the ledge, that will just get healed. But no more mana on DK, and they're both running back. Unfortunately, Thinker is getting caught. Thinker going down to a Thunderclap of all things. And this is a major victory for Captain, but so what? I mean, he still has a big problem of those with those expansions. I mean, what is he going to do about them? One of them is operational, another one is about to become operational, and that can be very problematic. I mean, that'll practically cost you the whole game. Should really take what he has, go here, at least disrupt it if you cannot destroy it. But no, he opts to go back to defend. I do not know what is he doing now. He's just retreating, but you're not going to win this game by just retreating to your expansion. I suppose he thinks he's on par, but he does not understand that Lucifer has yet another base up there. Yes, he does actually, because he sees Blight, but he doesn't see a gold mine, which is fascinating since he didn't scout it. I mean, he doesn't see the gold mine, not the haunted gold mine, but the actual mine, the yellow thing on the map. This army is not in the best of shapes. Scroll of regeneration being used. These spellbreakers, look at this, 27 HP, but now regenerating. This one is below 100. And he's going towards his expansion. He's going to make his last stand here. I feel that's just not gonna cut it. He should have just went towards the Lucifer's expansion and just fucked it up there and then, and that would have been sufficient to keep this game going. Especially after scoring such a major victory in the field, but this is just gonna be a numbers game. Lucifer is just gonna keep throwing units against him. one wave after another, and this army will break and break and break.
A player's
Units
forces
will
are
die,
under
it will get
attack.
smaller and smaller and smaller. There will be no way to replace anything. One of these gold mines now becoming operational. Finally, Death Knight, this whole game, this Death Knight has been low on mana. They certainly has the gold to buy a mana pot or something of a kind. I mean, does he? Yeah, of course. I mean, he's mining. He has 1 mine, 2 mines. So what's the problem? Wisely sending just 2 ghouls to shoot that Spellbreaker away. These abominations falling prey to this. Mountain King gets silenced and gets focused. He's 1 Nova Deathcoil combo from dying. Actually, just a Deathcoil Nova will finish him off. He's risking a lot by coming in here, and yep, he goes down. Death Knight was out of mana, but Lich was not. Lich had plenty, and I feel that this is the GG. He's not going to be able to revive him. Yep, there we go. Captain GG's and concedes to Lucifer. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment. This is Chronic Lack of Care 69. Here, just the overview of stats. Subscribe, like, comment. Till next time.